Hello, welcome to our Bible study session today. And today is a wrap up for the part of family relations. We want to see God's plan, God's perfect plan for the area of our families. Today we shall study verses 1 to 4. And this is KJV version. Verse 1, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Verse 2, honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise. Verse 3, that it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth. And lastly, and ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. So last time we studied chapter 5, verses 22 to 32. And that part dealt with the relationship between the husband and the wife. And we saw how the wife was supposed to submit to her own husband as unto the Lord. Again, that was being compared to how the church, as believers, submitting to the lordship of Christ. We also saw how we are supposed to, how the husband is supposed to love the wife unconditionally, even as the Lord loved the church and gave himself for the church. He laid his own life for believers to be saved. And it summarized that part by saying that let each of them as a couple see to it that they obey the word of the Lord, so that the wife is reverencing and respecting her husband, and the husband is loving his wife as himself. And that is the perfect will of God for a Christian couple. And so today we are seeing how children are to relate to their parents. And today we are told by verse 1, let's obey our parents in the Lord, for that is right. It is rightful for us to obey the Lord. So again, that also means it is wrong for us to disobey our parents in the Lord. Verse 2, honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise. Why are we honoring our father and mother? They are our parents. They gave birth to us. They've been providing for us. They've been nurturing us. They've been protecting us. They've been providing for us. And so we have to honor them, for they are our parents. That it may be well with thee, and thou mayest live long on the earth. While we obey our parents, it shall be well with us. How is that possible? When we obey our parents, they'll continue providing for us. They'll continue to protect us. They'll continue to nurture us. They'll bless us for honoring them. And so it shall be well with us, and we live long on the earth. And lastly, this is a warning to the parents. Fathers, and ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. The parents are not supposed to provoke their children to wrath, but what are they supposed to do? They are supposed to bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord. And I want us also to see some instruction from the book of Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. Proverbs 22. The book of Proverbs chapter 22, verse 6. And it says, train up your child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. So this is the instruction that is being given to our parents, that as they bring us up, they should train us in the way of the Lord, so that we should not depart from it. We shall not depart from it when we come of age. So that's how we are supposed to live in a Christian family. Our parents are not supposed to provoke us to wrath. Instead, they are to train us in the way that we should go, in the godly ways, in the godly counsel, so that when we are old, we shall not depart from it. So today, as we wrap up this session, we've been looking at God's will for the area of our families, how he designed our families to be. In fact, it is very honorable for a family to live in peace, because the same unit of a family is being likened to the relationship between Christ and his bride. That's how unique, that's how important the family area is to God. And so when we live up to the will of God, then we expect that things will be well with us. Right now, what we are seeing around in the world is the area of marriages being attacked, the area of families being attacked, and that is not the will of God. When people start fighting for laws to allow same-sex relationships, to allow adoption of kids by same-sex couples, that is not the will of God. That is not training up children in the way of God. That is not even living the part of family as God intends us to do. And so when we obey the will of God, when we obey the word of God, then we expect that things will be well with us. So it's my prayer that each of us will see to it that we obey God, that we obey the will of God, and that we seek to please God even in the area of families. Thank you for joining me in the Bible study session today, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, God bless you. Bye bye.